Hey, welcome to the Watch and Whisper channel. This is G Butterfly, and we're going to talk about love and marriage, Huntsville. This is season 4, episode 15. I know I'm a little late, but I had a very busy weekend. But I've taken my trusty notes, and we're going to talk about it. Now, it wasn't that interesting, but it had a little, little something going on. So we're going to talk about it. Alrighty. So the episode starts off with Tisha, Tiffany, and Kimmy. They met up at a rock climbing place. Seemed like they were having a good time, but then it was discovered that Kimmy is very afraid of heights. When it was time for her to come down, she got very upset. Not in a bad way, but you could tell she really wanted to cry, and I think she even dropped a few tears. But she just said she has a really fear of heights. She said, but she did feel accomplished because she was able to go up and come down. So that was a good thing. Now, Tisha was telling Tiffany, Kimmy doesn't work out. Well, it don't look like Tisha work out either, but that's a whole nother video. All right, we're gonna keep on moving. Like I said, it wasn't a lot in this video, so I'm gonna try to keep it really quick. Now, let's see. Tiffany brought up to Tisha. I get so sick of them with the same names, starting with the same alphabet. Tisha brought up to Tiffany that they were in a better place, and she's glad that they were able to move past their differences, which it didn't seem like they really had a lot of differences, but I guess whatever. Tiffany talked about Louis' sexual frustration. I'm so sick of Tiffany talking about Louis and his sexual frustration, because if the man is that sexually frustrated and y'all married, why you just don't have sex with him? I'm not understanding that. That's crazy to me. Tiffany, Mel told you. All right, now he telling you something, you better pay attention. Nah, nobody else on the show not going to tell you that again. But anyway, what's her name? Tisha brought up Dr. Francis wanting her and some of her friends to come to his couples retreat. So the ladies seemed like they were pretty on board with going. And Tiffany said that if Dr. Francis can get Louis to give her a baby and a honeymoon, she would think that he was a miracle worker. Now, what is it about those Huntsville men not taking these women on honeymoons? Now, Maurice did the same thing. Hell, it took him about 2 years or so to, I'm just moving, huh? Took him about 2 years or so to take what's her name, Kimmy, on a honeymoon, and that she damn near had to force him to do that. Why did Dr. Francis have to make him take on a honeymoon? Maurice got on my nerve this episode, but I'm gonna get to him. Now, Miss Van was with Melody, and Melody was trying to figure out which dress she's gonna wear for the opening of the, I think it was pronounced Orion, if I'm saying it right, an amphitheater that they're opening in Huntsville, Alabama. They want to bring more events to Huntsville. And supposedly Huntsville, I don't know if it was in population that Melanie was talking about, has surpassed Birmingham. So we'll see what that's going to be. But yeah, she was trying on her outfits, and she couldn't really decide what to wear. But as we all saw, she decided to go with the short dress. And it was real cute. Yeah, the Orion Amphitheater, that's what it's called. Well, Miss Van says that she wished the kids were there to participate and, see their mother at this opening. She's co-hosting the event. And the kids are actually with Martell for the weekend. So Miss Van was saying, I really wish the kids would be here to see this, but it's his weekend, and it's up to Martell to decide what he wants to do. Well, that opened the door for Mel to say that she and Martell have not gotten to a place where they can co-parent without boundaries. She says Martell needs to grow up and mature, and not just for social media. So is she saying everything that we see on social media is fake? Maybe not. We'll have to see. Miss Van called Martell evil. I don't know why that just rubbed me the wrong way. It's just something about Miss Van saying that Martell was evil rubs me the wrong way. That just pissed me off, and I don't know why. But do you really want to call somebody evil? Whew, Lord Jesus. Mel looked like she was ready to cry when Miss Van said that Martell needed to heal from the situation that he created. They kind of left the camera on Mel for just a few minutes longer than I think necessary. And you can see that it looked like water was kind of building in her eyes. I don't know if it was just me looking at her from the side, or if she really was getting ready to cry. But she looked like she was really moved by what her mom was saying. And she said that he will continue to be in a toxic relationship if he doesn't, deal with some of those things that have caused him a little problems in his recent past. Okay, Martell go to Louis' shop. Now, did anybody notice how Martell was dressed? Why did Martell have them damn dress shoes on with that jacket and them jeans? I'm like, ooh, Martell. When Martell don't have on them nice suits, now sometimes he be wearing some nice suits. But when he don't have on those suits, sometimes Martell look a mess with them dress shoes and shorts and shit. I'm like, that must be a Huntsville, Alabama thing. But when he wear his suits, for the most part, he looked nice, except when he had on his Coming to America fur. I didn't like that. But that's gonna be on another video. Now he's talking about he's taking his test to get his builder's license, and he said he was gonna take it 2 weeks after they taped that episode. So who knows? Martell may have his builder's license by now. And like I said in a previous video, I really hope he passed the test and get his builder's license. That'll be one stumbling block out of his way for him to progress and, you know, prosper more now that he's no longer with Melody. Martell said he needs to get him a woman. He said, I miss my marriage. And then he hurry up and fixed it and say, I miss being married. I miss marriage. He said he's ready to get married now. I say, ooh, I wonder what was Ariana Curry thinking about that. I haven't seen any of her lives recently, because hell, I be busy. I got things going on. You know, if you don't catch her live, she'll delete that thing immediately. So sometimes I'm relying on somebody else to upload it on the YouTube just so I can look at it and have an opinion. But I just wonder, what does she think after seeing that episode when he said he's ready to be married now? But hell, we don't know. They could be planning a big wedding right now. We don't know. So we'll have to see. And he said he misses his family dynamic. And I'm sure he does. He was with Melody for a very long time. They had 4 beautiful kids. They looked like they had a beautiful life together on the surface from what we could see. But then we found out it wasn't all peaches and cream. But he said he missed his family dynamic. And I'm sure he missed having his kids in his life every single day versus going on a, I guess like a every other week or every 2-week visitation. So he said he missed his family. I'm sure he does. He said he wants to get married sooner than later, and that the woman he chooses will have to fit in with him and his children. And he said having 5 children could also pose a barrier for some women who don't want to go into a ready-made family, at least not a ready-made family with 5 kids. So he said that he understands that may be a issue with him finding a woman to marry. But, you know, they got all these thirsty women out there. He'll probably find somebody who'll jump on them real quick so they can be on TV. Lord Jesus. Let's see. Lewis tells him to choose correctly because that woman will have a lot of influence over his children. And I'm sure Martell would think about that before he decides to get married, because he seems to be a very devoted father to his children. So we'll see how that's going to work out. So he goes on to say that Mel is not communicating with him and she has a dark heart. I'm like, well, he put the lady through a lot. Martell put her through a whole lot. And again, all of this happened to her in front of the entire world. So yeah, I'm quite sure her heart might be a little dark right now. But I do notice every time she talks negative about him too. So I guess tit for tat, they wash each other out. All right. Martell told Lewis that Melody had, let's put a D on that, had a lot of friends. And she didn't leave her friends. The friends left her, per Martell, once they kind of saw how she actually was. So we don't know if that's true or not, but we do know that she's no longer friends with Destiny, but Destiny was Martell's friend. So we're going to take for that what we can get. You know, Lewis said that women are, because he said like a woman scorn. You have to watch a woman scorn because they know how to get back at a man is pretty much through the kids, especially when the kids are very important to the dad. That's pretty much in essence what Lewis was saying. What else? Lewis told him to stay in character and don't allow anyone to take him out of his character. And he said that he's really working on that. And I hope he is. You know, I hope he's learning to suppress his anger and not act out so much and just be all over the place. So we'll see. Only time will tell with Martell. Again, I'm really hoping Martell win. If it's 2 people on that show I want to see win, I want to see Miss Wanda do really well. And I want to see Martell win. You know, I don't want to always see him as the, you know, the one that's just down on his luck because of some of his choices. Everybody needs the opportunity for redemption. All right, so Maurice walks into the bedroom and where Kimmy is packing up the clothes, and he asks, "What's this?" And she mentions the couple retreat, and he say, "Okay, well, what's that?" I thought it was really strange that how are you packing up for a retreat for you and your husband, but you didn't mention it to your husband. So that right there was like, that's kind of strange. But anyway, Maurice gave her a flat out no. He said he don't want to go take on nobody else's problems. He feel like they're in a really good place. Well, Kimmy said everybody could use a recharge. He was like, well, our battery not low. I said, that sounds like some Marsau shit. He said that they really don't have anything they need to work on. Kimmy said counseling is like a recharge. he told Kimmy when he went to see Dr. Francis, he was fixed. I'm like, Maurice, really? None of us are ever really fixed. That's something we can work on all the time. So that sounded like he was just blowing her off, and he didn't really want to hear what else Kimmy had to say about the couples retreat. He asked, didn't you see a change in me after I met with Dr. Francis, and didn't I take you on a honeymoon? And she was like, yes, she did say that she saw a change. But again, she said every relationship can use a recharge. Maurice asked Kimmy if their relationship was in a good or bad place. And Kimmy said that they could use counseling. Now, I think it's really more to that when she said we can use counseling, because at first they were just going on the couples retreat just to recharge. Now she's saying that they can use counseling. And if you ever pay attention to Kimmy's face when she's talking to Maurice, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of happiness and joy in her face. And I could be wrong. Yeah, my contacts could be out. Maybe I ain't seeing the TV clear. But she never really looks like she's that happy when she's talking to Maurice. So I don't know if something's behind that or not. Maybe not. Only time will tell. She asked Maurice, is there anything that she can improve on in their relationship? And I think that's a good question for you to ask your mate periodically. You may not like the answer, but at least you're getting an idea of what they think you can do a little differently. No, none of us are perfect. Again, none of us are perfect. And he said, yes, if you can have sex every day. And she was like, well, sex every day seems to be excessive. I'm like, what is it with him? And well, hell, he wanted it every day, and it looked like old Big Lou over there just wanted whenever he can get it. But we're gonna get on to him and Miss Tiffany. All right, Kimmy told Maurice he will not be satisfied if she had sex every day, because he gets mad now if she do it at 6, and then he want to turn around and do it at 10. And she was like, no, I want to do it at 10. And she said he already gets angry. I'm like, he seemed like he's kind of spoiled. I don't know what it is about Maurice. And the first season, I thought Maurice was a good guy, but Maurice is turning into be one of my least favorite characters on this show. He said to get him more excited about the couples retreat, he wants them to agree to have sex every day that they're at the couples retreat. So she said, okay, I can agree to that. I can agree to having sex every day that we're at the couples retreat. And he was like, no, how about twice a day? And she was like, no. She said, that's what I'm saying. You're never going to be satisfied. She said, at first, I said I wouldn't do it every day. She said, but then I agreed that, you know what, while we're going in this couples retreat, we'll do it every day. And now you want it twice a day, and I'm saying no, and now you're still upset. She said, you're never satisfied. You're not going to be satisfied. Maurice got on my nerve doing this little talk he had with Kimmy in the room. Then his face looked like he was just really irritated. And then he was acting all dry. And when he left out the room, Kimmy almost sounded like she was kind of crying a little bit, or that she was really upset about that. And she was just saying that he was just being a negative Nancy. He was like, no, I'm being a negative Maurice. I'm like, Maurice, get your ass out the room. I know I was tired of hearing you. So I know Kimmy should have been tired of hearing you, because you got on my damn nerves. All right. So she asked him to finish packing. He said, I'll just do that later. I'm like, if you don't get out this room. Ooh, Maurice got on my nerve. Ooh, he got on my nerve. Let me keep on going so I can get off this show, because it wasn't really that hot this particular week. But as we know, it's supposed to be on and popping in September when they come back. So we'll see about that. Now, Louis and Tiffany at home packing for the couples retreat. She told Louis that she would need to leave the couples retreat early. I said, all right, I already got a problem started. Now, you're going to a couples retreat to work on some issues. And one of your issues is you're never around Tiffany. The man say you don't spend no time with him. So you tell him, yeah, I'm going to go, but I'm leaving. And so he asked her, hey, your partner can't do whatever it is she says she needs. She was like, no, I'm committed to this. I need to do it. So he was like, I guess, hell, he just going along with it. What else is he going to do? He can't tie her up to the place and keep her there. All right. So, and he already expressed his concerns about her always working. And don't get me wrong, I know we all need a job. Everybody got to play their part. Hell, bills is hot. This gas about to kill us out here. So I can understand her wanting to work, but there has to be some level of balance. And I get the impression that with Louis and Tiffany, there's not a lot of balance on her part now. She doesn't really complain about him spending time with her, so I can assume that his schedule allows him to be more available to her, unlike hers. Now, he said, maybe Dr. France help us with the quality time in the bed. She said, oh, I thought this was I thought we were spending quality time because we packing and the suitcases on the bed. I say, Tiffany, you sound like a damn fool. Ooh, I was sick of him. Tiffany got on my nerves. Tiffany and Maurice was in the same bucket this week as far as I was concerned. She said that she wanted their session to be two-way and not transactional. She said she didn't know that quality time was limited only to the bed. She looked very irritated when she said that too. She always looked irritated when she's dealing with Lewis. Or she looked like, I want to just do what I got to do so I can get my way. I don't know. That's what I get from them. That's just a really weird dynamic between those two. She said if he say he needs more sex, she may say that he's addicted to sex. She wants to be mentally stimulated and wants Lewis to hug and caress her. Now that, I can understand that. I think most women like to be touched, like to be holding hands, rubbed, caressed. Okay, I can go along with that. But there has to be some time to give and take. How the man gonna rub and caress and hold you in your asses at work from 6 in the morning to 11 at night? You said that, Tiffany. Whew. All right, she threw out about the baby subject again, and he said, you definitely have to have time for sex to have another baby. And again, the man keep telling you ain't around, and you the one keep saying you want another baby. Who gonna keep the baby? The little teenage boy? Yeah, y'all both got jobs, and you always gone, so we'll see, Tiffany. He said he liked the effort to going. He liked the effort that they were putting into going into the couples retreat, so that was good. Now, Tisha and Marsau, they're discussing. Let's see. She tells him that they are going on a weekend getaway because he walks into the room and see her packing, and she asks if he wanted to be surprised with the destination. He said not at all. That's code for Tisha don't come with no bullshit. That's what that means. So she kind of went around about the way, telling them they were going to spend the weekend with Maurice and Kimmy, which he really liked. He said because they always have such a good time. And that's his brother, so I'm quite sure they have a good time. I have a good time with my brothers. Now, she also told him we're going with the Whitlows. So he was like, do we ever have a good time with the Whitlows? And he was like, you know what, wait a minute. In Atlanta, I did have a good time with Lewis. You know, it was pretty cool with Lewis. And she said, I really had a good time with Tiffany when they went rock climbing. So they're saying that maybe they can start fresh and build a new relationship with them. And in her confessional, she says that she would rather ask for forgiveness than ask for permission, because she know the last time she tried to spring that counseling mess with Dr. Francis on Marsau, he wasn't having it. And she was left sitting looking like a fool, ready to cry. So she knew she better come up with some kind of reason to get Marsau where she needed him to be this upcoming weekend, because he wasn't feeling it. He was not feeling that counseling. You know, he like his brother. He feel like he fixed. He not broke. All right. So she tells Marsau that they were going to Nashville, and he was like, cool. He was really looking forward to going to Nashville. He was like, oh, you know, there's a cigar bar in Nashville. I can check it out. She was like, nope. He was like, well, there's a club. Nope. Well, there's some business I can do. Nope. Tisha was like, this is my trip. I'm planning it. You're not doing all that extra stuff. We're doing what I have planned for us to do. So he kind of acquiesced to that, and so he was okay with it. Marsau asked whose idea was it, and she said it was hers. She said that she knew her husband and she had to use what she had to get what she want. And since she lied, now we know what she normally used to get what she want. Lying. I wonder where she learned that from. A potato lady in Bessemer? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Dawn Michelle, who is Melody's manager, and Miss Van came to her event at the Orion. At the Orion. I'm sorry. I think it's called the Orion. I think I'm saying it wrong. I think it's the Orion Amphitheater. And if I said it wrong in the beginning, it's okay. I was close. All right. So Melody said her manager gets the job done and continually works to build the Melody Cherie brand. And that's what the manager is supposed to do. So I think that's good if she found somebody who she can really work with, who supports what she's doing and want to see her grow. Hey, I say go for it, Melody. Do your thing, girl. And let's see, Martell is in the audience with the kids. And once there's, an intermission in the event, Martell brings the kids to the back. So she's really surprised to see her kids, and she's hugging on them. And she was like, wow, you know. And Miss Van say, hey, can I take the kids to get something to eat or drink? And so Martell sits down. And they both seem like they were kind of awkward and didn't know what really to say. So they made small talk. But there was a scene, and I had to make sure I take the picture so you'll see, where both of them are looking at each other. And it's just a look that somebody that's in a relationship look at each other, or two people that want to be in a relationship, the way they look at each other. So I thought that was a beautiful thing. Now, is anything going to be made of that? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm leaning more toward not. But if they do work it back out, hey, that's their business. I say go for it. Do whatever it is, Martell and Melody, you feel like you need to do to make yourself happy. But that was kind of the end of the episode. They talked, excuse me, they talked a little bit about they were trying to get to a better place. And that's a good thing. You want to see people be able to co-parent. And that was it. I don't have much more to say on this episode, Love and Marriage Huntsville. This was episode 15. So now we have to wait until, I think, mid-September for the, I guess, the next installment of these episodes. Well, that's it. This G Butterfly. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Please consider sharing my videos. Somebody else might have my same opinion on these old crazy folks in Huntsville. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.